Good morning, everyone. Let me start by thanking the one and only Senator Louise Lucas, not my partner in crime, but my partner in progress. None of this would have been possible without her. Today is a very good day for Hampton Roads. Today we're delivering real relief to real people. Over the past few years, Senator Lucas and I fought to secure $101 million in toll relief for Hampton Roads. And now, because of our work over the past 2 years, we're seeing those results. I'm proud to announce that because of our 2025 appropriations bill, the Virginia Department of Transportation and Elizabeth River Crossings have successfully completed negotiations and have reached an agreement to wipe out all outstanding toll balances and fees from 2014 through December 31, 2023 for drivers in Portsmouth and Norfolk. That's right, the toll debt is gone. People who had their registrations frozen through DMV, you're free now. You are free. Elizabeth River Crossings has officially begun the process of clearing those debts and removing DMV registration holds related to them. Starting now, folks will begin receiving emails and letters confirming their debt has been forgiven. An estimated 25,000 people in Norfolk and Portsmouth are getting relief today. That's 25,000 Virginians finally getting a clean slate. Let me be clear. Nobody should be buried under hundreds or thousands of dollars in fines just because they were trying to get to work or take care of their kids. And that's why Senator Lucas and I didn't just talk about it, we did something about it. This is about giving people a fresh start. This is about government finally doing what it's supposed to do, work for the people. We're lowering costs for Virginians, from tuition to tolls to everyday expenses. That's because that's what this moment demands. Let me say that again. Toll relief, fee relief, real relief. So if you've been buried under toll tickets, if those late fees have been holding you back, if you felt like no one in Richmond was listening, we heard you and we did something about it. We see you, and today we've got your back. It's my honor and pleasure to introduce Queen of Portsmouth, Senator Louise Lucas.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let's give it up again for Mr. Speaker, my partner in this fight. You all know I am so excited to be here today, since you all know I have been working on this fight for these tolls for a lot of years. I've been around long enough to know that talk is cheap, but people want to see results, and today they're getting results. As Chair of Senate Finance and Appropriations, I started this conversation to ensure that a toll relief program was fully funded, fully accountable, and fully focused on one thing, and that is lowering costs for our residents. This $101 million initiative is something I am incredibly proud of, because it actually makes life more affordable for thousands of our neighbors and friends. This initiative has multiple components to it. Today, wiping out toll violations and fees is helping, as Mr. Speaker said, nearly 25,000 drivers in Norfolk and Portsmouth to get to where they need to get to, free from DMV holds and lingering debts. This isn't a pilot program or a study. It's a permanent, real relief program. Starting now, individuals will begin receiving notifications that their violations have been wiped clean. The broader toll relief program continues to provide discounted toll rates for almost 15,000 low-income residents across this region. Residents of Portsmouth and Norfolk earning $50,000 or less per year are eligible for a 100% discount on up to 14 trips per week. Residents earning $65,000 or less can receive a 50% discount. Applicants must have a Virginia Easy Pass drive, a passenger vehicle, and provide proof of residency and income. As I said, I've worked tirelessly to lower costs and provide relief, and I meant it. And with my partner, Speaker Scott, we were able to deliver. This fall, individuals, taxpayers will receive an additional relief through $200 rebate checks, and these individuals will also see lower taxes thanks to a lingering and long-standing higher standard of deduction and an expanded earned income tax credit, delivering $1.1 billion in immediate and ongoing tax relief to Virginia's hard-working citizens. As I said, talk is cheap, but people want results. And Speaker Scott and I won't stop fighting to make life a little easier for Virginians every single day. And I thank you all for being here.
Before y'all answer me questions, I got a special presentation I want to make to the senator. I think the author is here who did it, but this is how she's been fighting for toll relief, and I wanted to make sure that I presented to her for thanking her for the work that she continues to do for the city of Portsmouth and all the residents of the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Oh
Thank
my
you,
heavens! Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Oh wow, what a surprise! Thank you so much. You all
And of
got
course,
this?
I'm on the picture with her, so she can always see me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Now we'll entertain any questions. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I know you guys were saying Norfolk and Portsmouth, but I was reading over the bill this morning. The toll relief is also eligible, 50,000, and the expungement, the way it's written, Hampton, Newport News, and Franklin as
That's
well.
right, and
Yes.
Chesapeake.
And Chesapeake.
Oh, Chesapeake's
Yep.
now in there?
Yes.
How did they get that? Because I know they're not under the fiscal stress that was written in the bill.
Yeah, I got to double check on that, but I think Chesapeake residents have to, under a certain limit, they have something, but I'm going to check.
Yeah.
Okay?
And that's one of the big questions we got. I know Suffolk even held a special session in their city
Right.
council because they were a little upset that they weren't included. I know Governor Youngkin and Senator Lucas, you said at the time during the negotiations, the fiscal stress index is what was chosen to do negotiations. When you go back to Richmond in 2026, could there be even more toll relief talked about?
Well, as I indicated, these tolls are so exorbitant that there's not going to be any stopping on my part for sure, and I'm sure that's also the case for Mr. Speaker. The people of this region elected us to deliver relief to them in times like these, and that's exactly what we intend to do. Yes, this will be an ongoing fight because those tolls are exorbitant, and they're going to continue to increase unless we do something about it.
Speaker Scott, you and I did a story in January where you basically put out the call that if you guys don't take advantage of this, it's going to be hard for you to go back and fight for it with the rest of the state. Have you seen improvement?
Well,
Yes.
as the senator said, we have 15,000 people taking advantage of it, people going to work every day, taking care of their kids every day. Of course, there's an opportunity. We still have some resources. We want people to take advantage of it. But it makes it easier for us. The more people that sign up for the 14 free trips, that sign up for the discounted trips, using that Easy Pass, you need to go get that Easy Pass because you are eligible to get it. Don't let that money sit on the table because we're fighting for you to get it. And so it makes it easier for us to ask our colleagues to be able to continue to fund this program. Obviously, we would love to just get rid of the tolls that Bob McDonnell, that the Republicans put in place here in Portsmouth. But we would love to get rid of it. But if we can't, we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to make it possible to take care of their families, afford to take care of their house, afford to take care of their kids, and afford to go to work.
Well, Mr. Speaker, you just triggered something in my mind. There was somebody who said that we voted on these tolls, but you all need to be reminded that when this was put in place, it was as a result of a P3 project that was initiated by then Governor Bob McDonnell. The members of the General Assembly, no one in the House nor anyone in the Senate, had an opportunity to weigh in on this. So we have these tolls as a result of a past governor. It had nothing to do with us as legislators. So we want to make sure. Past Republican governor, Bob McDonnell. So no elected official had any vote on this whole thing with this toll. It was all the governor.
Any other questions over here?
Yes, can you reiterate how far back and these violations went from?
I think it was 2014. Let me double check. Yeah,
It was 2014.
Yeah, 2014. So there are people who right now who have not been able to get their DMV registration because they've not been able to pay the fines and fees that they had related to that. So what DMV and ERC did was go back and take a look at all of those fines and tolls and people who've been impacted, not able to get their registration because of that. And then they've begun the process of notifying them. They negotiated, come up with a price structure. I mean, I think the total price for this is going to be a price tag of about $36 million.
That's correct.
$36 million. We're making things more affordable in Hampton Roads for people to go to work every single day. And that's what it takes sometimes, because sometimes people didn't get the vote on these tolls. And so we have them now, and it's up to us as leaders to continue to address it. We have, since day one, since I've been elected working with Senator Lucas, we have been fighting back to do everything that we can to get this toll issue under control as best we can. It would be great if we could get rid of them all together, but because we can't, it was a contract that was signed by Bob McDonnell administration that we have to work with the parameters that we have, and what we've been able to do is negotiate with ERC to be able to help people get toll relief. And that's what we're proud of that, because we know these are going to help hard-working Virginians every single day to be able to afford, to be able to go to work, to be able to take care of their kids. I think it's not unusual, it's not asking a lot for us to be able to give relief to those people who are making $60,000 under, and those Portsmouth residents who have to go through that toll just to go to work. We want to make sure they get those 14 discounts.
I think we got a pilot here and then 13.
And Senator Lucas, nice to see that my coverage is making an impact. Was curious to know if you have any idea what the average amount is owed person? Like, the average amount owed across bills? Do y'all have any sort of data? on
I don't know, but I'm sure they do. And,
Right.
and if you want to, I can get Gianni to follow up
Right.
and find out what the average bill was. I mean, when you're talking about $36 million and 28,000 people getting relief, I'm sure
That's
it's
quite a bit.
It's quite a bit.
28,000 or 25?
What did I say? 25 or 28?
25,000.
Yeah, 25. My bad. 25,000.
Is there any idea of what, like, have you heard of the highest bill or anything?
I have not. I have not.
Okay.
I'm not.
But we get calls constantly from people who are saying they cannot even go to work because they can't drive their vehicles because they're being held up by DMV. So this is going to free people up so that they can continue to go to work, pay their bills, take care of their families, as we would like to see them.
And that 36 million is part of the 101 million?
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes.
is. Yes. It's going to be like 3 payments of 36 million.
Thank you.
We got 13.
Good morning, everyone. My question for you guys is just to clarify a little bit. I know that eligible drivers will now qualify for no longer having DMV registration holds. Are those specifically eligible drivers that only have toll fee violations, which is kind of...
Yeah, just those. We're clearing the balance for folks who have toll fee
Yeah,
violations.
that's correct.
So moving forward, they got to pay the tolls.
That's right.
This
And that's from 2024 to like
2013, 2014 to now.
That's right.
Those people who have past dues and fines that prevent them
We're
from
trying
getting
to
their
clean the
DMV
slate.
registration.
Right. So if those drivers that have not paid their tolls, if they happen to have another poor driving record, does that still qualify them as being eligible to no longer have a registration hold?
Their driving record has nothing to do with this.
All right, I think that's all we got. And just for clear,
Can I get one question? Yeah, okay. For folks that see this story at home today and they see about the toll relief and the fee relief and they're like excited about that, how did you guys make this happen?
Well, for one thing, I've been working on trying to get toll relief for the last 10 years. And I got a couple of other times that we got some relief, but it was at smaller amounts. And so this time, of course, being Chair, Senate Finance and Appropriation helps and goes a long way.
And being Speaker don't hurt. So with
So
us
this-
together, I
Yes.
think it was with the House and the Senate being on the same page and understanding the impact it's having on this community, that the economic hardship that it's causing. I think people, we're saying to people, stay engaged, stay involved. We haven't forgotten. Sometimes it takes a minute to be able to get to the point where we can get the resources to put in. We're blessed in Virginia right now,
Yes.
despite the environment that's coming from D.C., where we had a surplus, and we still have a surplus. But we know, and so this gives us an opportunity to address some long-standing issues. But as we move forward into the future, we're not sure what's coming out of D.C., so this is an opportunity right now to try to fix this, because we think next year probably we won't have the same resources
Exactly.
that we have right now.
That's true.
Because of what's happening out of D.C.
That's true.
all right, Brad's got one last one, then we're getting ready.
Does the 50% discount, does that end at the end of this year, or does that keep going?
It keeps going.
It keeps going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Till like 2036 or something? Was that?
Yeah, I forget the number, but it's like 2035, 2036.
And for those who aren't covered, like let's say you make $51,000 in Norfolk, what do you say to those people right now that have outstanding toll bills that aren't covered by this?
Brett, you're trying to ask a tough question. These are the folks that we're trying to make sure that we're addressing the people with the most need right now.
This is
I
what we
would
have
love
in
to
the
help
bill.
people who are making over $100,000, but right now we want to help the people right now. That's the number that we've used that came from the government that says these are the families that need the most help, that are in the distress, that when they have to pay the tolls, it reduces their value to almost to where they're distressed, and that's why we want to help those people.
And don't think that this is the end of it. That's the reason why we want to make sure that all the residents who qualify apply and utilize the money that's there. Because as the speaker has said, and I've said several times, if you don't use the money, that means that you didn't need it. So if you need it, we need you to come get it. That puts us in a better posture for us to continue to go forward to ask for more.
If you qualify, get it.
Yes.
Please don't leave it on the table. If you
Yes,
qualify,
correct.
please go and get the Easy Pass. Please sign up for the program, because we're doing the work to make sure that you can afford, because we know that if you can take this issue off the table, take this expense out of your household, it allows you to free you up to take care of your family, buy groceries, go to get gas, and get the other things that you need to get. So please take advantage of this program.
In other words, we done what we said we would do. We brought toll relief.
Promise kept.
Promise kept.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.